Okay, now we're rolling.
All right, my name is Carly Marshall. I teach 4th grade at Reba Osteck Elementary School. I've been teaching for 12 years.
Cool. All right. First question, and then now we'll look
Okay,
at the
all right.
there.
Okay.
Good. We want to understand the decision you made in planning for this lesson and how it fits into the unit and year. How does this lesson connect to and build on the students' prior skills and knowledge?
Okay. This lesson fits into our school year because it's actually the second unit. We study place value and obviously multi-digit addition and subtraction. So it's the beginning of the year lesson. The kids have learned in 3rd grade place value up to 1,000 and how to add and subtract. So now we were just extending that and taking it up to the millions.
Good. What was taught before this lesson and what will come after it?
Okay. Place value was taught before this lesson, so the children have a deep understanding of place value, the vocabulary, and then moving on from this lesson, we'll work on subtraction with place value and also adding and subtracting decimals.
Last portion. Discuss the sequence of lessons that surround this one lesson.
There were a variety of lessons that went before this lesson. I mean, just the basic place value. They really need to have that deep understanding of place value, how much a number is worth, where it belongs, the value of things. I gotta redo that one. Sorry, I don't even know what I'm saying. All right, what was that? Yes, please.
Okay, so discuss the sequence of lessons that surround this one lesson.
Okay. The sequence of lessons that were taught before this were place value lessons. The children really needed to have that deeper understanding, understand the vocabulary and the terminology of place value before we went on to the addition and subtraction using the standard algorithm and their understanding of place value with that addition and subtraction.
Okay. I'm going to have you do the sweep.
Do it again.
area.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
Perfect. Okay. Good.
All right.
And next question.
Oh, sorry.
Was that for Andrew?
No. Sorry, she's talking up.
Talk about the standards or cluster targeted in this lesson. What did you do to make the lesson reflect the full intent of that standard or cluster?
Okay. The standard that was taught was number and operations in base 10. So we have been, I don't even shit. I'm like, I honestly tried to write some of these down. Okay,
Right.
The question is, we are interested in knowing which one?
It's B.
Standard?
Talk about the standards or cluster targeted in this lesson.
Okay. What did you do to make this? Okay.
Yeah.
Number and operations in base 10. So okay. Ready? Sorry, redo.
Yeah, no,
okay.
go for it.
The standard was number and operations in base 10. So that's why I had make sure the kids. I'm so nervous I can't be a real housewife now. I can't do any of this.
Right?
The standard was numbers and operations in base 10. So I wanted to make sure the students understood place value before we added on the standard algorithms of addition and subtraction.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. What is it?
Those are the kids going up and down the stairs.
Okay.
Sorry.
Did
Can you
they-
hear it? Do you hear the fan?
Did it just kick on?
It might have.
We're
Or
good.
somebody's
Something just
out.
got louder, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter. You're still coming
Okay.
clear. Okay, sorry. Which of the core action indicators do you think this lesson best exemplified, and how did you plan for this?
Okay. Well, can I just say shift 1, 2, and 3, or do you want to like have me specifically say some of these?
You can do it either way, whatever you're comfortable
Okay.
doing. It's been done all
Both
the
ways?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna. Okay.
Or,
All right.
yeah. Go ahead.
So
I'll ask you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sure. Which of the core action indicators do you think this lesson best exemplified, and how did you plan for this?
I felt that this lesson exemplified quite a few of the core actions. I really tried to build a classroom climate at the beginning of the year so they feel safe and comfortable in my classroom. Felt like the lesson had a focus. It was very coherent from what they had learned in 3rd grade and building on top of what we learned at the beginning of the year until now. I also really tried to give the children the opportunity to talk through their work and explain their thinking. And because of the classroom environment, I feel that they are comfortable doing that.
Next set of questions.
Okay.
We're interested in how the shifts required by the CCSS are being incorporated into your classroom. Discuss how this lesson illustrates the shifts required by the CCSS.
Okay. Can you ask it again?
Sure. Yeah. Discuss how this lesson illustrates the shifts required by the CCSS.
Okay. This lesson I felt showed the shifts because we were really trying to get their focus. I have to restart. I'm like freaking out that you're here. I'm like so sorry, and I feel like I'm so unorganized and not planned. Discuss how the lesson illustrates the shifts. I feel like, can I just say this or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, if
all
you
right.
want to read it, feel free. Like, if
Okay.
you want to just go down the list of what shifts,
Okay.
that's not a problem.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So discuss how this lesson illustrates the shifts required by the CCSS.
Okay. I feel like this lesson showed the shifts in its focus. We're really trying to dig deeper and have them truly have that conceptual understanding of place value and what the meaning of addition is. I also feel the lesson was very coherent. Again, in third grade, the children knew how to add up to 1,000 using place value, so we tried to extend that now to the fourth grade standards up to 1,000,000. And it showed different signs of rigor. The children had to work on multiple problems in a different way. I tried to always give them a variety so they can, I try to give the children a variety of problems so they can struggle sometimes and try to work through that and talk to each other to try to problem solve together and on their own.
Good. One more sweep of the hand.
Okay, yeah, one more save. All right.
Okay, you're doing good.
Okay.
Don't freak out.
Oh gosh,
Not
sorry.
bad.
I am
No.
so sorry.
No, this is normal. We don't expect.
My gosh.
Yeah, don't.
Movie
don't
stars.
worry about it, right? Okay. How did you teach the content of this lesson prior to the CCSS?
Okay. Before the Common Core standards, I felt that I was always trying to rush through the material. I knew that I had 12 chapters to get through by the end of the year, and I wasn't always concerned about if the students had that deep understanding. I'm embarrassed to admit that I was rushing through, trying to make sure that the book was completed and not truly concentrating on my students and making sure they were secure in those areas.
Okay. Next groups. So student engagement is crucial to the work of the CCSS. We want to understand how you ensured that all students had the opportunity to productively engage in the work of the lessons. First question, how did the students handle this lesson? Did they understand the mathematics of the lesson, and how do you know?
Okay. I felt that the students did understand the mathematics in this lesson. Not only do I have them model, I gotta start. The students understood the mathematics in this lesson, and I tried to check with them multiple times throughout the lesson. After I model, I go around and make sure that they know what to do individually, just checking their notes. And I think with the partner practice, that gives them an opportunity, it holds them accountable to not only do the work, but to observe somebody else and to coach that person through that, because I feel like they learn best when they're able to be the teacher.
Explain how you differentiated in this lesson. Did all students have opportunities to work on grade level content? If all students did have the opportunity, let me start
Okay,
over.
sorry.
Okay, so explain how you differentiated in this lesson. Did all students have opportunities to work on grade level content?
Okay. All students had All students had the opportunity to work on grade level material. I do have a teaching assistant in the room that can help kids one-on-one if they need that extra assistance. In this lesson, I did not pull groups. I wanted the kids to work together, so I normally put a student who has higher abilities with a student that may be struggling, just so they can help each other and listen to the thinking process of that higher achieving student.
If all students did not have this opportunity, please explain why.
I really didn't. I don't know. Do I
They
have
all
to
had
say?
the
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
Okay. So moving on. Which
Okay.
behaviors from Core Action 3 did the students best exemplify in this lesson?
Okay.
And what actions have you taken as a teacher to make that happen?
Okay. So core action 3 is just like challenging problems. Okay. All right. Can you repeat the question? Then I think I'm good to go.
So, which behaviors from Core Action 3 did the students best exemplify in this lesson? What actions have you taken as a teacher to make that happen?
Okay. As a teacher, I have really tried to make sure that my classroom climate is comfortable and the children feel confident and welcome to share their own opinions, to make mistakes, to grow together. So I really feel like a lot of that core action 3 has been established from the beginning of the year.
Would you like, they didn't submit any work, correct?
I do have, I'm sure, I can get work samples if you'd like me to. I don't know if you need
There's
it.
a question about
Okay.
it, but we'll go on.
Okay.
Great instructors are continuously learning. We want to understand what you celebrated in this lesson and what you would improve upon. Reflecting on the lesson, what worked particularly well and what might you do differently?
Okay. Reflecting on this lesson, I think that there can always be changes. There can always be room to grow. I really liked when the children were working with partners. I felt that that was a great opportunity for me to go around to listen to their thinking and for them to help each other. I also feel that I wish there was more time for that independent practice for those kids to come up and share their work at the end, just so they had more time to explain. It would have been nice to have kids comment on that work and explain the other child's thinking. What was the second part you had said? Surprises?
What worked well and
Oh,
what
okay.
might you do differently?
If I were going to do this lesson again, I would have liked to have more of a closing time, more of a summarizing up the lesson, and just if we did hit that learning target and where we still need to grow. I always like when the children are in charge of their learning and can identify what they still need to work on.
Last question.
Okay.
Were there any surprises or unexpected student behaviors or reactions?
Luckily today I did not feel there were any surprises with the lesson. I just felt that a lot of time was taken with the note taking. I wish there wasn't as much time focused on that as the actual lesson and the practice. Okay.
Awesome.
God.
You did it. You did it.
My God, I hate